Hey, it's Todd. How are you? Good? Are you getting used to me? I might have to take 3 months off so everyone will miss me. That's what I do to myself sometimes. I take 3 months off. What? That doesn't even make any sense. So guess what I decided about last week? I have clarity. I like when I have clarity. If I'm not high and then the show derailed, all right, then it just happens. It's going to happen. But there's a way to prevent what happened last week. And it doesn't mean we're never going to smoke pot again. Later in the show, probably we'll do it a lot. But overall, especially when you have points to make and you're trying to make some points, it's not good. And I came to that on my own. It wasn't through any emails or any tweets or anything like that. It was just me and Daniel, and we're talking, and we're just saying, and this week was proof of, at least I think, just so much more on the ball, and we can still be fun and all over the place, and later in the show smoke. But so that's I think that's a good thing that we're going to start doing. We did it this week, and I really had a good time with Eddie Pepitone. We all had a lot of fun. So there's that. On last week's show, I talked about, I was saying, it's a way to teach empathy, was something they did like in the 60s. It was called brown hair, blonde hair. A listener sent me in a link to YouTube. It's called Brown Eyes, Blue Eyes, and you've got to watch it. I can't believe that every school in the world doesn't do this. Last week I kept saying it's the school district, but I didn't really mean that. I meant
Department of Education.
Department of Education. Thank you, Blake Wexler. Department of Education doesn't implement that into, every school has to do it, because watch it. It's unbelievable. I thought it was. I really appreciated that listener sending it in. And I say make pretend in the show, so don't get upset. You can make believe and you can pretend, but you can't make pretend. You know what? It's the truth. And I want to thank John Wilton. He emailed me that he went to this diner where the breakfast waitress is always so nice and so positive, and he did what I said. He brought her a $50 gift card to Target and a little note. She wasn't there, and he left it for her. And with a little note. I love that you did that. I think that's awesome. And I appreciate you emailing that to me. I really do. So I think there we go. This is the show. Oh, by the way, one more thing. I'm glad I remembered this. There's a point in the show where we're doing a silly dance party, and you might think, what are they doing? Because you hear the music, but you don't hear anything else. We are dancing around like fucking crazy, where we were all sweating. And we took video of it, and we're going to put it up online. So there you go. I know that's a long opening. Enjoy the show. It was a lot of fun. I have clarity. I really feel good about the smoking pot thing. We'll save it for later in the show when we do it. But it definitely was better this week. And there you go. So goodbye. Blake, anything you want to say?
No.
Okay.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Lockdown. 2R, 2L.
Just like on the airplane.
Stand by, Todd.
Doesn't it seem like, this is the real deal?
No Blake Wexler. Rolling the jingle. The theme.
A very funny guy, Todd Glass.
Hey Todd, it's Nick Sportsman calling again about doing your podcast.
The entertainer's entertainer, Todd Glass, everyone.
Todd.
Hello?
Hey, it's Zach. El Thacker. Listen, man, I really want to come on with the podcast.
Hello?
Promote.
Comedy Central presents
Hello?
Todd Glass.
Hello?
Todd Glass.
Hello?
Ryan Regan.
Hello?
Again.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yes.
If you don't want me to do the podcast, just, I don't know, let me know that. Do you want me to beg? Is that the way you work?
The best part of having a TV show is when your comedian friends pitch you an idea. No matter how absurd, you can immediately greenlight it.
From the beautiful La Cienega Strip, high atop Black Horse Motors, it's the Todd Glass Show.
My name is Mike Wallace. The cigarette is Parliament.
Oh, there you go. Can you believe that? That's the way Mike Wallace opened up the show. What year was that?
That's 58.
Was that
That's
60
real.
Minutes?
Yeah.
No, that was the Mike Wallace interview.
And the Mike Wallace interview, that was the beginning of 60 Minutes?
That was the show he did right before 60 Minutes.
Did he investigate himself for getting people to smoke? Like, hello, I'm Mike Wallace, and today I am taking a good hard damn look at myself. What the hell was I doing? Telling people I'm Mike Wallace and this is a Parliament.
How dare you? He's dead.
Is he?
Yeah.
This is in honor of you. We're the bailouts. Listen. Now, you don't know what the say it again. It says, we're the bailouts, and then it goes, we're big.
Who did that?
My friend Lynn.
Good stuff.
Do it again.
We're the bailouts.
Lynn Shore does all the music for the show.
That's a man, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, let me start by
Lynn
saying...
is one of those ambidextrous.
It is. Thanks for pointing that out. You've really created a ruckus, Eddie Pepitone. Eddie, I couldn't be happy that you're here today.
I'm so happy. It's been so long.
Let me go around the room. Daniel is here.
Hello.
Chris Burden is here. Mikey's taking pictures. Katie's here. My cousin Evan is here. And my cousin Beth. And, oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I got nervous. Last time, didn't I say your name wrong? I don't think so. Yeah, were you messing with me? I thought I was saying Alice, and then I thought, I know it's close, but I thought you were going, you know when the Brian Regan bit?
It's Alice. And you're like, Alice? I'm like, Alice.
And I thought you were serious. You know, like the Caroline Brian Regan joke. There, I mentioned Brian Regan again. People always...
You mention him a lot, don't you?
It's none of your business, Eddie. Mind your own business.
Brian Regan at Thanksgiving. It's like, Todd, shut up. We want to enjoy Thanksgiving. Who the fuck is this guy? Brian Regan. That's you at Thanksgiving.
Is that his brother? Who's that?
That's his brother. That's whoever.
I just keep
that's
saying...
That's the patriarch in your family.
Okay, let's act
Shut the fuck up, Todd. It's Thanksgiving.
Let's act like we're all having a Thanksgiving dinner, and you could be me, if that's what I do. Everyone, move away from the mic a little, just background.
Good. Brian Regan. Hey, you guys see Brian Regan? He never curses. He never curses. He's funny. Hey, why is everybody eating and sharing stories? I want to talk about Brian Regan.
Hey, Todd.
Come on.
We haven't seen
Oh, he's just amazing, this guy.
No, we're just... Todd,
He's a contemporary, yet he's older and he's...
Todd, Jerry's niece just graduated Harvard.
Who the fuck cares? I want to talk about Brian Regan.
Hey, we will talk about Brian Regan, but...
Can't we talk about him now? It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you always want to talk about Brian
That's what
Regan.
you want to talk about.
But Thanksgiving is slipping away. It's slipping away.
Todd.
Before, all you want to talk about is your goddamn problems. I want to talk about Brian Regan. I don't want to talk about, oh, this one graduated. Oh, this one has a cyst. I don't want to know about this family crap. I want to talk about Brian Regan.
Todd,
Did you ever hear that ice cream joke? He goes, look at this, a half a serving. You ever hear that one?
Todd, did you even say hi to your cousin Evan?
Fuck Evan. Look, Brian Regan is touring. Anyway,
Okay,
I'm sorry everyone's dying and everyone's graduating. Brian Regan.
Todd, enough.
We're the bailouts.
We did. We bailed out of that bit.
Hi, this is Todd Glass. The cigarette? It's electric.
This is Mike Wallace, and today I'm taking a damn hard look at myself. Did he really die? Did I miss that one?
Yeah.
You really didn't know that?
No, it must have been recent, right?
Oh, God.
He was depressed.
He was very depressed.
You know some inside?
No,
inside?
Mike Wallace was one of these guys who went very public with his depression. I prefer people when they're depressed. Really, come on, keep it
to
behind
yourself,
closed doors,
like they used to do in the old days.
No, they're fucking depressing. These people who are depressed.
Yeah, who would have thought it? Your depression is depressing me.
I'm depressed, but I turn it into
art.
Thank you, Daniel. I wasn't going to use that loftier word, but I turn it.
But it ends up loftier than the word you would have used.
But a guy like Wallace, he comes on and goes, "Folks, I got to tell you, I feel shitty." You know, who needs that?
Nah, but it lets other people know that they're not the only ones. That's what Oprah says.
Yeah, you see, I don't dig her whole
You watch
spiel.
your fucking mouth when you're in here. You understand me, Eddie Pepitone? You watch your fucking mouth.
I never went aboard the Oprah train. You know?
I think there's a lot of people that are afraid because it doesn't look masculine to quote Oprah.
Not me.
Yeah, you're.
I never got into it.
Hold on one second. I wrote you an opening that I really want you to enjoy. Okay. Now I want everyone to close your eyes and really soak this in. It's a somber opening, but I really feel like it expresses Eddie. When I'm around you, you know the way I feel. And I tell everyone right now, if Eddie,
I don't know why we don't hang out more, because we are good for each other's comedy muse.
Can I tell you why? First of all, we should make an attempt. But I always say this:
it's hard. There's busy life.
You set yourself up to compliment yourself.
Even when I'm not busy, I feel busy. You know what I mean?
That's how successful I am.
You ever get that? You ever do that when you're not busy? You're thinking of the shit you should be doing, and then so you're busy in your head, even though you're not busy. Like you're just sitting there watching hockey. I've watched so many hockey playoff games the last 2 days. Yet I'm so busy.
Yeah, you know how much I've not done on planes.
Yes.
5 hours. I go, I'll do that 30 seconds worth of work I have to do. I sit on the plane. All I do is think of how goddamn bored I am, and I want to kill myself if the plane doesn't land. But will I do some work to subside that? Usually not. No. I'm not talking for everybody. What if I get so nervous? I know there's people that get a lot of work done on the airplanes. Beth, did I say hi to you? Of course I did. Mm-hmm. So let's play your opening. It's something I made for you.
For me?
Yeah, what I was going to say was if Eddie Pepitone, and I, to George Carlin, mean this, is in your city, you go see him at wherever he's performing.
You go see him if he's not in your city. You get in the goddamn car and you drive to a city where Eddie's performing.
And also, your videos, the pudding, are they called pudding videos?
Pudding.
Say it again.
Pudding.
I said it right. Oh, back to this.
Pudding is an easy word.
Pudding.
You weren't saying arbitrarily ambidextrous.
Your pudding videos, aren't that what they're called? Pudding?
Pudding.
Right. Are hilarious. So there you go. And so there we go. So I wanted to say how excited and why we don't hang out more. I think we could hang out a little more and we enjoy each other. But you know what? There's also maybe something that when I see you that makes it, I get so excited because I don't get a lot of Eddie Pepitone in my life.
Oh, I see.
You're like heroin.
you
want to spread it out. Yeah, you don't want to.
It's addictive.
Go ahead. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Really picture this should have been in your documentary. This song. Close your eyes, everybody. And it builds.
Oh, Eddie boy, Eddie Pepitone is here.
Shh.
He's here tonight upon the Todd Glass Show. Oh, Eddie boy, the voices sing behind me. If they could speak, they'd all say hi.
Hold on.
To you.
The voice is in your head.
Oh, Eddie Pepitone is here on the Todd Glass Show. Oh, how we love his pudding video.
I hope he goes bigger.
Oh, Eddie
Holy shit.
Eddie Pepitone, Eddie Pepitone, Eddie Pepitone is here.
By the way, that was awesome.
Did you like it?
It was awesome, and I want that played whenever I arrive anywhere. Like that would be a great opening song. Except it's sung. That's about a child who dies, isn't it?
Well, you know what? Isn't
Danny Boy about a child who dies?
I
love that song.
I'm notorious for doing this. After I asked Lynn to use that song, because I just heard it on the radio, I thought,
was that Lynn again?
That's Lynn.
So good.
Lynn Shore. After I heard it, I said, Does that song mean anything? Like they go, why are you squeezing it? Like
You didn't know what Danny
I didn't
was?
know what it meant. So now that I know that, but the way I look at it,
It is about a dead child, right? Can
Well, I
people
hope it-
verify that. Nobody knows here.
Nobody knows here. I got 50
Wow.
Oh wait, hold on.
Dan, you?
Dan,
I don't know. I would have.
I think it is about a kid who died.
okay,
It's beautiful.
Eddie, I got to
song.
interrupt you. You will not come onto a show. These are respected people that are around me. And throw them under the bus. If you didn't know it, why are you angry that they didn't know it? And you almost
kinda
tricked
know
me
it.
into it. If you go back about 30 seconds, folks, you'll hear the part where I went to, what, no one in here knows it? I got sick. How do they know? You don't know it. I don't know it. How should these people know it? And they're here at 2 o'clock making this all happen for you. You think we want to do this
apologies,
show?
Everybody, you have much too much to do to know if Danny Boy is about a dead child.
All right, but let's say it is about a dead child. Let's make pretend for today.
I think it is about
Who
the
sings
law.
it?
Are we looking it up, anybody, though?
The internet stopped working. So.
You know what? See?
It is about tremendous loss, and it's beautiful. And I just watched Miller's Crossing. Did you ever see Miller's Crossing?
No.
No, you know, I feel like I've landed in a place that you guys like. Every reference I bring up, you.
No, that was the second one. Let's
The
not-
only thing we know here, Eddie,
You're
is
putting
Brian
the-
Regan.
Yeah, you're putting
Brian
video.
Regan.
Oh, you know Brian Regan? I'm so much in love with Brian
Hey,
Regan that you
you
just
know-
say it sarcastically, and I go, "You know Brian Regan?" Hold on, But the way I look at that, I pictured. Now I don't know about you, but I'm to George Carlin. I'm being serious. A lot of times, a lot of the bits I have.
You love George
It just
Carlin
says it's
as
a
much.
funeral song.
There you go.
Okay,
It's for a kid.
Oh, come to think of it, that would make. I don't mind fantasizing about death because I think it helps you make you appreciate life.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Yeah.
to George
I
Carlin.
don't have to fantasize about death. I feel it palpably all the time. I really do. And especially in Los Angeles and people who don't live in LA, you know, if you come here, I'll tell you what takes years off my life every time
What?
driving. Like I had to drive from the Valley here and just driving down La Cienega
Yeah.
to me is harrowing and death inducing because I want to kill people. Like I have road
Really?
rage. Oh yeah.
Are you aggressive a driver?
I'm not. I like to go a certain speed.
See, because the way I deal with it.
can't stand. You know what I can't tolerate? I don't suffer fools gladly on the road. Like the people who are like, oh, do I? Let me slow down and stop the flow of traffic, and look around, and go. Do I make a right or do I just? I guess I'm lost. Like I can't deal with people who can't drive.
Can I tell you how to help yourself a little?
Yeah, tell me.
Because you know my whole life mission is to bring
And I'm
peace.
listening to like things like Eckhart Tolle, Pema Chodron on my headphones in the car. Like just
Is that Brian Regan? I'm sorry, my headsets are going in and out. I listen to Brian Regan. That calms me down.
So you listen to meditation.
I'm listening to people talk about
and then you spazzing out
Yeah, I'm
about
listening-
strangers cutting you off.
Well, Eddie,
stuff in my ear about how we don't exist and we're never born and never die. And I'm like, look at this fucking concept. That's my life. That is my life. I'm like,
did you let me I'm trying to I get it comedically, but I want to help you now.
Okay.
That's what this show's all. No, it's not.
this show is
But
intervention.
I found when I started going, I used to get very frustrated in the car. Now, you can't always do this, but you know what I realized? I can do it the majority of the time with cell phones. So if you get somewhere literally an hour early, I can go park outside, get a cup of coffee. Just, the car can be a really comfortable place to be in. I know that sounds
Not
a little
mine.
weird. Well, you don't have air conditioning?
I don't.
Well, you know what? I'll buy you an air conditioner, a window unit. I'll buy it for your car.
That would be funny, and I'm
A
just
window
traveling.
unit.
I'm traveling with a huge extension cord,
Well, wherever-
and I'm like, "Who fucking knocked the extension out?" And I have to get
I gotta
out.
back up.
But listen, you got to go places early. You get there an hour
I
early,
know.
and then when people are in front of you, it doesn't frustrate as much. When you're
So your sage advice is to leave early. Like I haven't. I mean, and this is with all due respect.
I love that I'm staring at you.
I've
Like,
heard-
how
I-
dare
yeah,
you
I
not
know.
take my advice? But Eddie,
I try to leave early, but I'm so damn busy that by the time I get at it, I'm so damn busy watching hockey and thinking about what I should be doing.
I do
that.
this-
I leave the house just
Are you
enough time.
are you just as short tempered in other areas of your life? Like at Starbucks, someone's in line in front
I'm
of
very
you.
short tempered with most
at
things.
your funeral, play that music again. What would you want to be said? Like, I picture you, because that's about a funeral. Like, would you be okay if this was like, I just picture, and it's all right to picture your funeral. I'm not going to make you die, but it might, like, play that
I
music again.
picture
Play
my
that,
funeral
Eddie.
constantly.
Play that music again.
I picture my funeral constantly.
Maybe this is like, Eddie, can you give me some reverb?
This is a beautiful song.
Eddie was a wonderful man, and I miss him. We know Eddie had a lot of rage.
What about Brian Regan?
Is that me?
I thought he's pretty good.
Is that me at the funeral?
That's somebody who knows you. Don't you like Regan more?
Todd Glass told me all about Brian Regan.
Eddie was...
He did the bit about milk.
You should drop in sound bites from you. Like, it's on TV, and they're dropping in sound bites of you over the years. Like, can you squeeze them in? Like, things you said. I need more Vicodin!
Oh, yeah. Vicodin. Come to think of it, I am a little sore.
I've told...
I love that.
I've told 50 people that is the best. Vicodin. You said that would be a good ad campaign for them.
That's my. I preface by saying I never book commercials because I have too much anger, and the commercial world is that idiotic world of like, oh look, honey, this shirt's so fresh, and it's so stupid. Mm-hmm. It's so stupid. The commercial world. I said they never book me ever because they said, but what about Vicodin? I said, I bet I could book something like this where I look at the camera and I go, Vicodin. Come to think of it, I am a little sore.
Come to think of
because
it.
everybody, when you get it, here's the thing: when you get a prescription for Vicodin, you're supposed to only take it if needed.
Wow.
But whenever I get the prescription, I'm like, Jesus, I really think I am a little sore. You want to take one.
You know what? I come to I hate to waste it when I am sore. Who wants to take a Vicodin just to relieve their toothache? Save it.
What was the thing you said?
Well, before the show, I remember once I asked my doctor for a prescription.
Always ask your doctor about everything.
I do.
Ask your doctor. Don't you love it when they say that? Please ask your doctor about Claritin. Fuck you.
What if your doctor starts getting...
Fuck you.
What if your doctor starts getting lazy? You come in and you go, so what's out there? Any good shit out there I should know about? Yeah, doc.
No, when the doctor goes, take 3 Advil. I go, yeah, you know what that does? It just gets rid of the pain. Can't I have a little more? Can I have a little bonus? Okay.
Can I have a little something for me?
Something for
me.
You
want the pain gone plus a little trip. A little
thank
trippy.
You.
Like, holy shit, not only is the pain gone, but I keep singing Strawberry Fields.
Don't I?
That type of thing.
Don't I deserve that? Hey, by the way, Eddie, it's good to have you here today.
Thank you so much. That song was beautiful, by the way. And I'm really gonna lift that off this show and play it for people. Like, look, you don't think I'm somebody? Then listen to this.
My show is like a musical. So
I hear it.
You tell me that story about you're beautiful. I don't know how to say this to you, Eddie, but everything is beautiful. I feel like everything is beautiful. I feel like a lot of things are beautiful. You know what? I don't know how to say it.
Everything is beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I can see this plane, and you're taking your dick out of a fishbowl that is right next to the bed. But you don't want to take your dick out of there because the fish is nibbling on it ever so gently.
Wait, and this song's playing in my house?
And this is playing in your house. And the people who are leaving are so fucked up, they have written on their chest, suck me off, and just weird shit written on different parts of like you guys have written shit on your bodies with magic marks.
A lot of hot girls are leaving.
Not really. Maybe one hot girl who likes that scene is leaving. And
who else is leaving?
She's got blood splurting coming out of her neck, and she needs to go to the hospital. But this is playing, and what the funny thing is after you...
Get the fuck out!
Turn the music off. I swear to God, I think I just shit a little.
You know what's fucked up is that I was supposed to make it less...
I know, but
I made it more.
Open with your dick is in.
And I felt so bad about that. This would be me. I'd be like, I feel so bad about that. Please give me another chance.
Eddie, okay, I love all our bits are the same. Steven Spielberg just comes into the room. I always make it like, can you do that?
Warhorse is a horse, of course. That's what I would sing to him as soon as he came in.
Why would
Warhorse, of course. He directed Warhorse.
Brian Regan in that? I want you to do it again. To George Carlin, can you do that again? Like, if there was $1 million involved, $1 million, you have to do that again. By the way, you went right into it. I love it. You acted like you just went right into the bit. I love it. Could you do that? Make it twisted, demented, but nothing. Stay away from the Mark Maron stuff.
Okay.
I
love how
Todd gets uncomfortable. I know this is a podcast.
Okay.
And why would someone, the producer...
I'm going to stay away from that kind of thing.
Can you really?
No one ever names it. Yes, that kind of thing.
By the way, I'm very comfortable with you saying it that way. That's exactly the way I like to say it. I don't know. It just seems like this is... Are you really going to try to do it?
I am, yes.
Okay, here we go. But it can be twisted, demented, sick, vile, disgusting. It just can't involve anything like... I don't even know how we got into this bit, but I'm having a good time.
It's good.
Everything I was saying, what if our show, like, everything, like, you know, like you had a running theme of you went into music, you know, and it was like, you know, this is beautiful that I can be in this room with all my friends. Everything is beautiful. I don't know how to say it. Sometimes I want to express myself. Like, I don't want to sound shallow and go, everything's beautiful, because I get that there's things in this world that aren't beautiful.
Right.
But I guess I'm trying to say, maybe it's the way you look at things. Like, it's not... Maybe
everything is beautiful.
This is playing in your house when you get up, and I just see like you surrounded by people covered in explosive diarrhea because you guys had an explosive diarrhea fight, and it's just and it's professional people who have jobs, but they've gone down the wrong fucking path for one night, and there's one guy in the corner stabbing a guy with the Bic, and this is playing like a Bic pen in his throat because he's doing a tracheotomy. Like, the guy needs to breathe. The guy needs to breathe because he's done
actually
too many.
saving his life.
He's saving
not
his life.
killing him.
It's like one of those tracheotomies you have to perform on a friend.
And this music's blaring throughout the house.
And this is blaring throughout the house. And you're getting up and you're just wiping yourself down with the towel covered in blood. And you have a dog that just looks at you, a hungry, hungry dog that hasn't been fed in a long time. And you crank it up, and you're like, chamomile tea, anyone? You're like, chamomile tea? And the guy with the tracheotomy, you lose him. He dies. But then you kind of have a bounce in your step.
With the bailouts.
Oh my God!
Was that better?
It was perfect. Eddie, how are you?
Good.
You look good. And I got to ask you a question here. Let's get serious here. Now I'm gonna Twizzlers or Red Vines.
If I had to pick, Red Vines.
Really?
Yeah.
Daniel?
Twizzlers.
But Twizzlers.
Twizzlers.
Beth?
Not bad.
Red
It was
Vines.
kind of even.
I got to tell you,
That's
I'm
how they stay in the business.
I'm completely wrong. Here's my theory as of yesterday. But by this room, I'm changing my theory. Go a little long here. You know, when you like when I go to Philly, I always say, you know, people go Pat's or Geno's. I like Geno's a little more, but if somebody says they like Pat's, I don't go, no, it's Geno's. They're both pretty fucking good steaks. I just lean towards Geno's. I don't have to shit on the other one. But up till today, I thought Red Vines people were bullshitting. Like, they grew up with Red Vines, and then they tried Twizzlers, and then they didn't want to admit that they were better. I sort of thought that. Like, oh, come on, Twizzlers is just hands down better. But now I realize
I
in
don't
this
like
room,
the texture.
So everyone, it is you. You really love the Red Vines. A lot of people in this room. I'm
I
surprised.
don't love either one, by the way. Just if I had to pick.
Hey, we're going to redo that a little. What if on a real podcast, like, you go, what? You go to Todd Glass's podcast. He makes you retake. Hey, listen, I just don't want. We'll edit this out. I want my. Can I ask you a question? Off mic. Can we turn the mics off, Eddie? People like your listeners love you, and if they think we're not, could we do that again? I know this seems horrible. I hate to do this.
Really? I thought we're just speaking our minds. That was the point of the podcast.
We Jesus Christ,
really?
We are. But Eddie,
are you
Eddie.
getting sponsored by these people? I mean, what's the deal?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
And I just think it's better if you. But are you going to feel like a bullshit artist if you lie? Like, don't overdo it. Like, when I ask you again, we're going to retake another cut. Well, Katie, don't overdo it. Just, make it look casual.
Okay. Yeah. I love.
No. Let me get into it again. But you promise you're not going to overdo it?
No, I won't overdo it.
Okay, here we go. So we'll just take this. Just cut it in from the
I
beginning.
studied Moliere in college. I think I can fucking.
I'm getting nervous.
Where'd you go to college?
What?
Where'd you go to college?
I never went. I was there for 3.5 years.
I was hoping you'd say something ridiculous.
Okay, listen.
trying to think of
something. U.S. Air Force.
Hold on, you ready? So we're gonna edit this together. Just say, because I'm getting paid.
What do
just
you want
say
me
you
to
like
say again?
Twizzlers.
Because now I'm confused.
Just say,
I like Twizzlers,
but don't
okay.
do it over the top. Just
Okay.
casually, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I have a weird question for everybody.
Yeah.
Now, I love Twizzlers.
Oh, I love them. I love Twizzlers.
Oh,
well,
really?
Yes, please.
Well, what about
There's
Red
no
Vines?
comparison between Twizzlers and that horrible stringy shit Red Vine.
No, but some people like red vines.
Bullshit, kill them.
Oh,
kill
well, that's
them where
Eddie.
they.
I don't know.
Eddie, hold
You
on.
think that's too much?
Eddie, yeah, hold on. Turn it off.
Really?
Katie.
Oh, so now we live in a society where people who like red vines can't be killed in cold blood. Is that
Eddie.
what you're telling me?
Eddie, I'm not even listening to you. I asked you to not do it over the top.
I'm sorry, was that over the top?
Well, it just seems a little crazy.
I didn't think that was over the top.
You thought that sounded
I
normal?
was trying to just sneak in that I love Twizzlers.
No, it just seemed a little over the top.
Really?
Can we? This
I
seems
didn't-
horrible.
No,
Can we
because
do
I
it one more
trained-
time?
I trained classically overseas in a variety of acting technique. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't think that was over the top. Have you seen Bridesmaids? That's over the.
With the bailouts.
By the way, Eddie, I heard a lady at Starbucks yesterday, and she goes, her friend goes, "How you doing?" And she goes, just trying to make it through pilot season.
For real?
Yes.
Oh, that's,
And even though
that's sad. That's sad.
I love that.
Sad.
Well, even
I've progressed because when I first came here, which was now 10 years ago, I was one of those guys. I was like, it's pilot season, everybody. Let's get with it here. It's pilot season. Let's score. But it's such a joke.
Remember
I mean,
that? You're right. There wasn't more
none
black
of it
and blue.
means
There
anything.
wasn't more black and white, like because everyone would be like, "Oh, you're going out on the road, not during pilot season."
Yeah. One of my buddies is here for pilot season. It should be in quotes big time. Like, what the fuck is pilot season? You know what I mean? And he was bummed out that he didn't book a big part. And I just laughed at him. I was like, come on, man.
Do you like to dance? Seriously.
Yes, I do like to dance.
Like, when would you? I'm being serious. When would you? Like, I know I'm not saying you go out at night to dance clubs.
I'm not a club guy.
Like at a wedding, will you dance? I assume you're asking.
That's a good.
Like
Yeah.
at a wedding, you'll dance with somebody,
and you let yourself go.
All right.
I do. I do like to let myself go,
I
even
think
though
that's-
I'm very conscious
But would you
of
ever
all the
seek it out?
relatives.
Like if you and your girlfriend or wife, I don't know. One night, would you? I don't know.
I don't know
what you got over there.
Did you do the Marin podcast?
All right, come on now, everybody. Is it funny?
You got one in on me, Eddie. You got my crew to laugh at me. That's how you know. Oh, it's real funny.
Can we edit that out?
Yeah, Todd, we can just edit that out.
Can we edit that? Can we edit that? I didn't.
Todd's gay. Todd's gay.
No, he's not gay. He's not gay. Todd's gay. Todd's gay. Todd's gay. Todd's gay. Todd's gay. Todd's gay. Mark Maron.
That's so immature.
You had
That
it coming.
really is immature.
Yeah, that's again my fault. Do you want to take it back to the Red Vine thing, and then we'll go right into that?
Would you ever see, like, if you and your girlfriend, would you ever go Saturday night? Let's go to dinner and then we'll go dancing.
I don't do that.
Well, hold on.
My
Yeah.
dancing is more of a spontaneous thing. Like if we're in a place that has music or something, I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't do that because that's basically.
I like it at
clubbing.
parties.
Yeah.
You know what? I get pissed at parties out here. At least,
the
maybe
music?
I'm going to the wrong parties, but nobody dances at fucking parties out here. Do you?
Well, this leads to my next thing. Okay, my earpiece came off, but we'll take a break in a second so I can fix it. But let's finish this hot topic, dancing. No, I've talked about it on the show before. I used to think I didn't like to dance, but I realized I must like to dance. It's just that I can't.
I
let
thought
myself.
you're kind. I mean, I thought that you danced.
I don't like
ever
to,
since I heard a podcast.
I like to dance, but I can't let myself go to dance enough. But now I did figure out.
People
a way.
are so uptight about dancing.
It's hard to let your people think because you do.
Do you think there's a correlation between being able to dance and let go and being able to act well? Like,
Yes.
I bet
Yes.
people who are amazing dancers are more likely to be great actors.
Okay, I'm gonna say
I agree with that.
I'm glad you agree. I don't. Okay, can I get a word in here?
Oh, no.
I'm not saying it happens all the time.
Thank you.
But you're saying statistically.
Because Jennifer Lopez can dance, and she's a shitty actress.
But how many
You ever
people...
see Maid in Manhattan? Huh?
I like that. Well, I think that's why I was going to disagree. Even though you agreed with Daniel, I'm going to disagree and make you realize that my disagreeing is right.
I'm lost now in this.
Okay, that's the way I
in this hall of mirrors.
That's the way I do the show. I get everyone lost, I twirl them around, and then I apologize. Because I think there's people that can be great singers and let themselves go like that, but can't dance. And I think.
Oh, you're saying we can let ourselves go. By the way, comedically. Comedically, you really let yourself go. I think it's the same muscle, though. Like I think the ability to let go in anything, doing anything, applies to anything else. Do you know what I mean?
I actually see what you're saying. It's like not that I have to go. Well, maybe this is a good sign then, because I have been. Okay, here's my idea for a party. I did this once. This has to do with dancing. I did this once as a joke, and then everybody really enjoyed it. I have a PA system set up at my house, and lately I've been just cranking music.
Do you have cats?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
My girlfriend, we live together, my girlfriend, she doesn't let me play the music loud because she says cats have amazing hearing.
Well, can I tell you the truth?
I'm like, motherfucker.
Well, she's probably...
She's right.
She's right. I
don't want to upset.
By the way,
my cats.
For the listeners that follow, I did have a cat. I went away and somebody's watching it, and that was a month ago, and I think...
I did have a cat, and then I played...
No.
Relax, don't do it, and it died. I cranked Relax, don't do it. I looked at Mr. Buttons. He was fucking
He was
dead.
having a heart attack.
It can... I've forgotten when I have a dog at the house, when I had a dog, and that music can be a little... So you either have to, if you're going to crank the music like I crank it. But the point is... Have a silly... I'm recommending this to all the listeners. I'm 100% serious, to George Carlin. Have a silly dance party. And you make the rules that you have to silly dance. If anyone here I see trying to dance good, you're out of here. Because then you have to dance silly. And we did it one night joking around, and it can be fun. Like playing some weird...
Please invite me to the next one.
Okay, but you know what? It can be the weirdest song, but if you have the house completely dark and you play... I like to play music of today, like progressive music, and then the silliest, stupidest song in the world.
He does the monster mash.
You know what? Yeah, everybody
do I
can
hate
walk
that
around.
song. Yeah.
Well, I don't mean... But like this song, like crank this. Crank it up loud. Really get in people's... Imagine it's dark and you're all being silly. Crank it up. Imagine you're just high.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
Oh, I like this, yeah.
Make you wanna high.
Put the cats away. Honey, put the cats away. I'm playing music.
I
like
this. By a friend of mine in after class.
Yeah, that could be
Is
fun.
that Dean Martin?
No, that is a guy called something Miller. Roger Miller.
Oh, I like Roger Miller. He did King of the Road, which is my favorite.
Oh.
You ever hear Roger Miller's version of King of the Road?
King of the Road.
Yeah, he does the best of that. Yeah.
You would think Chug-a-Lug, like, I wanted to YouTube to see if there were covers of that song, because I figured there wouldn't be.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
I like this one, too.
Make you wanna holler, hide-a-ho. Learn your tongue, don't you know?
Wait, hold on. Listen to this. Tell me which one you like the best. Play another one. Can you? I can't. I was surprised someone did.
I love this, by the way, because there are months that go by where I don't listen to music. Do you ever do that? Like you realize, holy shit, why haven't I been listening to music the last year and a half? You know what I mean? Like, you ever do that? You're like,
I went through,
why isn't music in my life? And it fucks your life up a little bit.
You know what? I would say if I probably went maybe 10 years. I mean, I would listen to it in the car and stuff.
Yeah, well, you get too serious.
Only in the last...
Maybe that's the problem with your commute. You're just listening to talk radio and Deepak Chopra.
I listen to I try not to listen to that shit actually too much. I listen to music. I put my iPod, and this isn't to brag, on shuffle.
Only in the last year did I really... When you say enjoy music, I think that's a given. Yes, I've listened to it in the car, and I turned my TV on that I can get music on and just have some music in the house. But only in the last year did I set the system up at my house where I can crank it in the living room. And I tell you what.
No neighbors are bothered and all that crap.
I've been very lucky. My neighbors have been awesome.
My neighbors.
They've been really
They've
cool.
all moved. I've been so lucky. They've all moved.
What's a song on your shuffle? Well, I guess if you're really embarrassed, you wouldn't even tell me. No, that you would be...
I have so many songs that I don't like.
What's the most embarrassing one you have on there?
The most embarrassing song?
Like you'd be... Well, you might say no song. If I
can't-
like it, I like it. Is that your attitude?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Would you have like Dolly Parton 9 to 5 on there?
Nah.
Me neither.
Nah. I don't like her. I don't like Dolly Parton. Even though it's so funny because I have friends who like, oh, Dolly Parton live, fucking amazing. They go on and on about Dolly Parton live. Yeah.
Who?
A couple of women I know are like,
you know what?
Yeah, she's so fucking great, Dolly Parton. And then who's the other one?
You know what? Hold on. I'm going to be more secure. I probably will never see
live.
it.
Apparently, she's.
Oh yeah, crank this up. Tell me you don't enjoy this. That's why
I might.
I'm full of shit. I think I might enjoy a Dolly Parton concert. Crank it up. May pretend we're in the first show, Eddie.
I actually
may pretend me and you were there. Hey Eddie, aren't you glad I brought you? Are you liking this?
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad I wore this oversized Dolly Parton T-shirt. I mean, it goes down to my ankles, and I was embarrassed, but now I'm not embarrassed. And these fake tits you gave me, now I'm embracing them. Imagine that, like, I just dress up in a huge Dolly Parton
I
T-shirt.
love the fact that not only do I make you go, but I make you wear the long shirt that goes...
Put on the fake tits so you're not going, Eddie.
That's what you guys should do for your next hang. And then this should be the soundtrack to your
I'm going to invite you over. What's your girlfriend's name?
Karen.
Karen. I'm going to invite you over one of my, I don't say party, but sometimes I have like 10 people over.
I've heard about them. I've never had the
pleasure.
pleasure.
You're going to be invited.
Okay.
All right. So we talked about that. Hey, I
love to dance.
I got something. Let's take a break because I have to go pee-pee. I keep a clean show.
What are you, Chinese show now? I go, no pee-pee.
All right.
What kind of shit
that's
is
who
that?
you throw under the bus?
A pee-pee in my Coke.
Wait, that's actually a true story.
They actually do that. That's
Chinese. No.
No. That is right. You told me that happened to you.
Oh, my back hurt from the laughter.
I asked my friend. He's Chinese. He lives in Minneapolis. His name's Jared.
Hold it. There's something wrong right there.
Well, he changed it.
Okay.
And he said that...
What was it before he changed it?
Jared. He said that Chinese people... Look, he doesn't speak for all Chinese people, obviously.
Just everybody in his family.
By the way, that's got to be angering.
Everybody he knows.
By the way, that's got to be angering when people always, like, when they reference you, like when you say something, you have to remind people, I don't speak for everybody. You know, like when you see somebody in the news say something, that the rest of those people are going,
I like when they say, and I don't know if I'm qualified to say this, but I think Los Angelinos cannot face death. I heard you, Laurie, say that.
What did she say?
You, Laurie. You know you, Laurie?
You,
Plays
Laurie.
House. Is it you?
You sound Chinese when you say that. You, Laurie? No, my name's Kim. Nice to meet you. All right, this is the comedy that I do right after my message they're going to hear on Monday, which they haven't heard yet. Now, listen, let's not get crazy. This is true. This is true. Can we stop it already?
Yeah,
The
this
madness?
is ridiculous.
My
I don't know
friend
what the fuck is going on. Let's stop it.
My friend Jared is Chinese. He lives in Minneapolis, and he said that Chinese people do pee-pee in the Coke. It's just something they've done.
I don't know if it's like bred into them from when they were kids, or it's just, is it in their genes?
I don't know.
We're not
Bob,
scientists.
Hey, Bob, watch your fucking Coke, all right? There's
Why?
a couple of Chinese over there. Just watch your fucking Coke, all right? What do you mean, Ted? Why should I watch
What are you
the
talking
Coke?
about, Ted?
No, I mean, why
Wait,
do you
who's
want me
Ted
to...
here?
I
want to be the guy that's...
Just watch your Coke.
I want to be the guy that's questioning
Okay.
you, but you get almost angry at me.
Hey, Bob.
What?
How many times have I told you in this restaurant, okay, Fenghua, we come to Fenghua, and you always get ill after you order a Coke.
Oh, please
and
don't
you
tell
never
me this.
fucking believe. You don't believe me.
No, what you're saying...
Hey, look, he's got his dick out. He's got his dick out.
He does. You look over there. He doesn't.
Go look at it. He's got his dick out on
Eddie,
that table.
Eddie,
He's pissing in that guy's Coke.
Eddie.
And you don't want to look at it, Ted.
Eddie, you have you have a mental illness. That guy's fixing it. Can you let me get over?
Hey,
Can I?
my mental illness is being treated with electroshock and pills.
Chinese, that is such a crazy thing. That is an old riddle.
Take
that
a
is
look
so
at that
absurd.
table by the window. He's pissing in that guy's Coke, and you don't want to look. Because
it's
of
not-
your rigid belief system.
I'm looking at it from an open-minded point of view.
No, you're not. Now his dick is back in his pants.
Technically,
and the Coke is
you're being
soiled.
closed-minded in this scenario.
Thank you, Daniel.
I got one thing to say.
What is it?
Everything is beautiful.
No, I have
Dildos
one thing to
flying
say.
out the air.
My fault. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. I want to apologize. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back with Eddie Pepitone. Ah, the bailouts. That's right. You having a good time, Eddie?
Yes, yes.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this.
The Todd Glass Show. Amazon.com.
That's right, folks. Go to Amazon.com, buy some stuff, and we get a percentage of it.
You have to go to this episode's page and click on the Amazon banner, and then you just shop as you normally would.
You know all the stuff,
Mhm.
you whore. It's funny.
Comedy.
Where has Chris been for literally the last 20? You know what I just thought of?
What?
Do we? We probably don't, but do we have that mic in there from last week?
Yeah, we do.
In the
You
bathroom?
never unhooked it?
No.
Turn the mic on in there, Katie. Can you reach over to the soundboard here and turn the mic on? I want to know what Chris... Oh, my... He's playing in the bathroom, in the toilet.
Oh, my God.
I love the Todd Glass Show.
Eddie, I'm sorry about that.
Hold on. Shh. I want to hear what he's saying.
Yeah, Todd is the best person to work with, and he's so straight. He loves women.
Shh. Come on.
I love the
I don't want that to be the show now. He says he's having fun. Now, where's Katie? Is Katie in there, too? Oh, my God. They play in the toilet.
How big is your
This
toilet?
is way better than Mountain
You have
Dew.
the biggest toilet.
It's a pretty big
Hold on.
bathroom.
Shut that mic off in there.
That's a huge toilet.
No, I haven't seen them, but I'm imagining they are both just sticking their hands in there and swooshing it around.
Oh, I pictured them frolicking in the toilet, which is...
Well, hold on. Let me listen
Eddie,
again. Turn
don't
it
be
on.
silly. That's physically impossible.
Yeah, Eddie.
Come on.
Unless
we have
you have the
we have a
deluxe.
serious issue on our hands, and you're making jokes?
You know what?
Maybe Todd bought the deluxe toilet for the show. I didn't know.
We're going to take a break.
Give me a deluxe.
I love taking breaks. Say something funny real quick. Then I'll take a break.
Give me the deluxe toilet, please.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
I think I'm gonna like it here.
Silly dance.
I love this.
All this lovely scenery.
Silly dance party. Come on, everybody. Can you videotape this? We'll put it online. Crank it up. Pause it again. Pause it. We're going to put this online so it's not just for us here. Silly dance music.
Should we get up and dance?
No, this is a new... no, because they can't hear it as well. Silly dance music is also, if you want to have a dinner where everyone sits around a table, and then after dinner you have a silly sit-down dance. Sometimes you don't want to worry about your legs.
I hear you.
Sometimes worrying about your legs is a pain in the ass, but if I can smoke a little pot and just, okay, this song comes in strong. Just
You
picture
can
it.
dance with your eyes.
You can dance with your... You're telling me. Okay, ready? Go play that again. Everyone just get... Oh, turn the lights out. Pause it again. Turn the lights out. Can you still see with your camera? All right, leave them on. Okay.
So make it lighter? Is that what you went for, Mike?
May pretend you're at my
Make it
house.
brighter.
You're at my house after dinner. Some people... I don't... hold on. I don't...
If I hear another Brian Regan story.
Hey, guys. You like to dance?
I do.
I think I'm gonna like it here. All this lovely scenery, and there's more to it than greenery. You know what
Hold on,
stands
stop
for
it.
romance.
Stop it. When you do the silly dance party, if I catch one person here trying to think, but I still want to look sore, you've got to let your guard down. If you want to do the fingers over the nose and do the swimming, that's what you fucking do.
By the way, this is having the opposite effect on people. Like, God damn it.
Yes.
If I don't see people being completely 100% spontaneous, I am going to stick my foot.
Come on, Todd, you're ruining it for everybody.
I don't think so. What I want is fun. Unadulterated fun.
Walk away from the mic like people hear.
What I want.
Come on, Todd.
No! All I want is people to have a good fucking natural time. Natural.
Well, Eddie,
Not any
Todd.
contrived.
Todd, we're trying, but you're yelling at us.
It's calculated. I see calculation. And I don't.
I love it, Eddie. The more you go, the funnier it is. I want you to do that till you kill me.
I don't want to see people saying, "Oh, I'm going to put my right hand here and my left hand there." If I see for 1 second not being genuinely authentic. And I'm talking about in a French existential way. Authenticity to the max. I'm gonna fucking kill the next person who doesn't have...
Todd. You're ruining everybody's fun. The people who were dancing fun.
The bullshit I saw a moment. Just a very small moment.
But you gotta be searching for it. A moment.
Oh! Now I'm searching for it. Am I really?
All right, Todd, we'll do what you're saying. You're saying really whatever we want to do. If it's I get it. Maybe you're right. We were making. Okay, ready? All right, here we go. Play it again. Should we do Chug-a-Lug instead?
Yes, that's the song that people should dance natural to.
Oh, you say it like that, though. It's hard to dance natural.
I'm just saying it with a purpose.
Everybody, I want everybody. You can. Loud.
Wait a minute. Obviously, was not fucking doing what.
Wait, how could you know? How could you know? You barely let it happen.
Oh, no wonder he did. It was you.
It has to
Me?
be.
It was Daniel.
In your heart. It has to be in your heart.
Okay.
In your fucking head. You gotta feel this.
Do you think we should get up a little then?
I think it should be someone who doesn't bullshit.
All right. Okay. Maybe you're right. I think I wanted to. Hold on, Todd. I was going to say you're overreacting, and Daniel, I was with you. I'm like, he's ruining it, but I think he's right. We're not. We're all letting ourselves go as much as we can, but we're letting ourselves go as much as we can, but not as much as we really want to deep down.
Look, I might be a little heavy-handed because I went through a loss recently.
Oh,
I lost.
Please don't tell us.
No, I'm just saying I want it to be perfectly natural because I am going through shit in my life.
All right.
You can't stop.
Tell us who
I
you
love it.
lost.
This guy, he's ruining. First of all, here's most of our bits revolve from, like, I'm not even sure. You were pretending you were me, but now it can just be its own entity. This guy is having a party, and he is not. I'm going to take it away from being me now. It's just some guy, and he's not. People are like, we're trying to dance. This guy. So let's videotape this now. This is what a silly dance party. Now, I want everyone to give it 100%.
All right, here's the deal.
I want to know who you lost.
All right, this is what happened.
What happened?
I started a factory in Turkey.
Oh, this.
And it went belly up, and 3 or 4 Turkanese. I don't know what you call those people. Turkanese, the Turks, whatever. The Turk people, 3 of them died. I'm liable. So I think the dance thing is my way of putting that anger toward you folks. However, if I do see a false move, I'm not going to hesitate on calling you on it, but I do want people to have fun, and let's just forget about 3 people died in my factory in Turkey.
Makes sense.
Okay. So
does that make sense to everybody here
All right.
at the dance party?
Okay.
Let's keep it light. We all just finished the little tart, and I'm not talking about the kids in Turkey. We finished a very small tart, a peach cobbler
Maybe
tart.
we should run this through the house system here so we can all get into it. Now, are you going to video this? All right, we'll put this online. This is us. We're really trying.
Let's all
now.
have a good time.
All right, here we go.
Dancing, head dancing, or what I like to call sit-down dancing. And be as authentic.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Ain't gonna holler, hidey-ho. Why don't you tell me, don't you know? Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Grape wine in a mason jar. All made and brought to school.
What the fuck?
We'll drink up what's left.
What? We're having fun.
I don't get it.
What?
I say to people, let's have an authentic dance.
We were.
Oh, really?
Oh, Eddie, now you're wrong.
No, I know I don't have the best peripheral vision, but I could swear out of the right side of my right eye, I saw someone, and I'm not going to name names.
No, name names.
Orange shirt. I saw Chris. I saw Chris for just a split second do some kind of bullshitty, let me try and see if this is gonna look good to everybody.
You saying, hold on, let me help you
I
out
say,
here.
fuck you, Chris.
Eddie.
You're ruining my dinner
Eddie,
party.
Eddie.
And it has nothing to do with dead Turkish children.
Eddie.
Oh my God! You didn't tell us they were children.
They were children, and they died in one of those grinding machines that makes the hookahs, and not the hookahs. The hookah machines. I was trying to get into a business that establishes the hookah machines because...
Eddie, sit down for a second. As a friend,
Okay.
you got to stop. Okay, hold on.
Maybe it's my medication.
Did you not take your medication?
I did not take it for the last
Eddie.
10 days. Maybe that's it. Maybe I don't own a factory.
Put it back.
Maybe I don't own a factory in Turkey, and I'm out of my fucking mind.
Eddie.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe we'll do the dance music again. Just Chris dance. Get this on video so the listeners can see it. Well, because then we can keep our eye on you. We can keep our eye on you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because this is a good idea.
I'm not. Hold on, Eddie.
No, I think at a dinner party,
Eddie.
someone should be put under the microscope.
Eddie! I'm trying to defend you here.
Now, I was going to say you were wrong, but sometimes what people do, maybe you're a little hothead, maybe you're a little crazy.
I'm off meds. I don't know if I own a factory in Turkey or not.
What meds are you on?
Variety. I don't know. Chamomile, Morning Thunder. It's teas.
Baby
I'm on
aspirin.
Teas.
Oh, teas.
Every morning.
I'm on teas and baby
Well, that's
aspirin.
Let's go ahead. Play the music again through the headphones.
I think one guy at a dinner party should always be put under a microscope. Do you not?
Yes. So anyway, go ahead. Crank it up. Really let yourself
Dance
go.
authentically.
Authentically.
Bullshit!
Hey.
I call
Eddie,
it
hold on. Shut the
Turn it
music
down.
off. Shut the music off. Eddie, you're ruining. You're
Oh,
really.
am I ruining this dinner
Can I
party,
talk to
or
you?
it's Chris
Can I Eddie?
not living up to what I
You're
think
yelling.
he should be doing?
You're yelling. Can
Am
I
I
talk?
raising my voice? Am I raising my... No, I have an inner
Wait,
ear
that
infection.
That guy. Is
I have an inner ear infection. We have a new pool, and we don't know the chlorine level, the proper chlorine level.
Wait, you don't have a new pool. I was at your apartment.
I don't have a pool.
Then why do you, Eddie? Can I talk to you over here?
Put chlorine in my bathtub.
Remember for the scene where you're at your house.
I like the frolic in it.
I like the picture. I like the pic. Maybe you should go take a deep breath in the bathroom.
Look.
Just go into the bathroom. No, I don't want to do it this way. I want to continue the dinner party. I love having this conversation. Eddie, can I talk to you? You're really ruining this dinner party.
Am I? I'm sorry.
Can I talk to you over here?
Okay. Well, are we out of earshot?
No, Katie, I swear to God.
Mics are off. Mics are off.
Eddie, this is between me and you. I swear to God, the mics are off. I mean, wait, the mics are off. We're having a dinner party.
No, it's my idea to have mics at a dinner party because I feel like people should have an amplification system
And it
whenever they bring up a topic.
Thanks for
Protect you from a lawsuit.
Hold on.
in the
Thanks for
future.
making the bit work. Okay. Eddie.
Yes.
Look at me, Eddie. All you do is when I'm talking to you is think about what you're going to say next. Look at me. This is a dinner. This is a party. We're supposed to be having fun, and you're ruining it.
Really? But I got great performances to cater.
What do you mean?
That catering company, great performances. They're catering, and the meals have been clockwork. Like appetizer done, plate cleared. So how am I ruining it when I paid out the ass for great performances?
Again,
Just because I'm quirky about table dancing? And what about the great performances catering?
The food is great. The food is great. The lighting's great, but you're yelling at people at your party.
Hold it. Let me hear this. The food is great, the lighting's great, all me, yet because I'm quirky about people acting authentically during dancing, I'm an asshole, correct?
Eddie, if I brought you over my house and I served the best food in the world,
that's 90%.
Now let me finish. And I said, enjoy it! Enjoy that steak! You don't look like you're enjoying it!
Sounds to me like you have an inner ear infection.
Eddie!
It came around.
I'm not even 100% sure. Like that guy, well, he knows how he is. So this guy must have an inner ear infection. All right, I gotta. You know what? Seriously. Oh God! I hope everyone.
I yelled a lot, and my throat hurts a little.
Let me tell you something. Do you recycle?
Oh yeah.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Recycle means to use again, so we can reduce the amount of waste. Let's have zero waste. Come and join the race. Recycle.
One of Lynn's lesser efforts.
Yeah, that wasn't Lynn. I try to
You
get
know
people
that
to
song?
recycle.
Like to me, that would make me not want to recycle, and I'm a recycler. You know what I mean? Like if I heard that song, I'd be like, "Hey, don't fucking get in my face."
It gets a little much. And then, no, he goes, recycle.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
too
what?
literal. Just go recycle and then go into something cool about drugs.
What's that? Oh.
Again? I thought they moved.
No, our neighbor, he plays the... He's a nice kid. He's autistic, and this is the only thing he knows on the trumpet. He's such a sweetheart, though.
Really?
He knows I love the show, so he plays it for me. It's adorable.
It's a little loud. I'm going to say that.
Well, there's
No.
nothing we can do about that. He must have heard when you guys were doing the bit.
He
must
thinks
have
it
heard you
calms
yelling.
us because
I see.
because we're quiet.
Did you say he's autistic?
Yes.
He is autistic.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant little kid that is just like, what would you call it? Great on the trumpet, aficionado?
Idiot savant.
Yeah.
He can't do anything but play the trumpet.
All right, there we go. So, oh my God, let's take a deep breath. The
You
silly
have some strange neighbors.
Hey, honey, can you tell the autistic kid to play Swanee River?
He only knows that one song.
Eddie, we're back with Eddie Pepitone.
Hello.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
That's it?
After. Yeah. How much more do we have to come back for? You having a good time?
Yes. But
Let's take a break.
The Todd Glass Show.
I'm your boogeyman.
Silly dance party.
What I am. I'm here to do whatever I can. Wait a minute.
Oh, Eddie, come on.
I just saw someone out of the corner of my eye. The corner of my eye, I saw someone make a false movement. All right?
You know
Now, I
what?
know you've been yelling at me. I know you've been saying I'm being too heavy-handed. You know, blah, blah, blah. However, you know, if we're going to have a dinner party that's been catered to perfection by great performances.
Can I interrupt you?
And, you know, I was going to go.
Can you show us?
What?
I think we should all watch you dance and show us what really letting our guard down is. Maybe there's new.
Don't pull that shit on me. My father used to do that to me.
Oh, come on. Don't make this about you.
No, one time I had
this
a
is
criticism.
30-minute story about his father.
No, one time I had a criticism about Death of a Salesman. I had seen it on Broadway with Brian Dennehy, and I said I thought Dennehy was false. He said, "Go ahead, do Loman's monologue when he comes in." He said, "Do Loman's monologue when he comes back from the road," and I started going, "Oh, what a road! I hate the road. Biff and Happy can suck my balls." And he called me on it right away that was not the dialogue. Arthur Miller apparently never said Biff and Happy can suck my balls. You know what I mean?
So I shouldn't have bailed out on that. Eddie was going still. I apologize. Look, listen. You know, shh. Everybody.
Can I say something about Arthur Miller?
Yes.
You know, just a random fact to take the show in another
I love Arthur Miller.
Another direction.
Well, maybe our last great American playwright. I know you don't even know who the fuck I'm talking
Yeah, but I
about.
like to educate myself and learn. I'm not
I know.
writing it off.
I know.
Who is he?
Brian Regan is involved. Go ahead.
Brian Regan?
Did Brian Regan invent Death of the Ice Cream Serving?
You know, he was married to Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
I did know that.
And then after her suicide, you know, because she got into psychoanalysis really heavily. Like, she lived with her psychotherapist. And
I'll tell you what she got involved in with the Kennedys, and that was
you think that's
definitely her
well, but you know,
downfall.
Like, you know how she lived with her psychotherapist. And
I didn't know that.
And they,
Hello, this is one of the Kennedys. I heard my name mentioned. I've got a direct line onto every radio, podcast,
I'm
and
sorry.
internet show.
I'm sorry, sir. We were just saying that your family was responsible for the death of Marilyn Monroe.
My family was responsible for nothing but this wonderful voice that we all have.
Oh, okay.
And our wonderful quotes. We are wonderful people. Remember?
Really, what happened to Mary Jo Kopechne?
I'll tell you what happened.
Didn't Teddy, like...
It's not what you can do for your country. I mean, it is.
the not so bright Kennedy, trying to say that quote. Like later,
It's not. Your country cannot do for you what you can. Your country. A nice drive.
Why don't you just write it down and read it?
A nice drive in the country.
No,
Your country.
that's not it.
Our country. It's not what you.
No.
all right, here we go. So,
So
anyway,
you know how she.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know, like her therapist moved her into his house because what he thought what she needed was to show her how a family functions.
Was he into her? Was that his
no
motive?
No.
Oh,
Supposedly he wasn't. They thought that she just needed to see how a family would function, and then she would mimic that behavior, and she'd want to be happy. And then she killed herself. But then
failed therapy.
And then Arthur
I'm
Miller
gonna have
said,
to cross that one off the fucking list.
And then Arthur Miller said, like, well, he kind of blamed partially that psychotherapy, her death on that. He said, well, what's wrong with being sad once in a while, which I thought was so brilliant.
Oh,
He says,
yeah.
like, there's this like we have this thing in our society that we think, we have to be happy all the time. We're entitled to happiness.
Well,
And he
hold
said,
on, I gotta-
well, what's so great? What's so bad about sadness? Some of the greatest works in the human history have been created out of
I gotta
sadness.
That's true.
It's hard for me to not pipe in on this. Like when somebody
What?
says we live in a society, I think a lot of intelligent people would say, I don't think that echoes the. Let me get this out. And it's not an argument, but my pet peeve is society when it's in an area like. I think a majority of people that are into the human mind and psychotherapists that try to get people into a good place of being positive, their goal isn't to say you should never be sad. Matter of fact, I bet
That's a good
I bet a
point.
shitload of them
Right.
would say. No, to be sad is a very normal emotion, and
Right.
it is good to experience some sad, and it's good to experience when you're sad. That means you're letting yourself feel sad. Their
I
point
suppose
is,
I didn't mean it as a blanket statement about our society, but there is this movement of,
With who? I don't
all,
know.
all of the self-help books and all of the all of the
well, they're just saying when you're not.
Well, there's a lot of bullshit. The self-help stuff can be very bullshitty. You're right. Like
Happiness.
It can be like never ever. You can just wake up and instead of I saw this guy Wayne.
well,
Wayne
maybe
Dyer.
stupid self-help stuff, but I think a lot of the self-help stuff saying, well, first of all, I think a lot of when you're talking about self-help, like the poster with the cat that says "Hang in there, baby." Who's using that?
No, I like that.
Who's using?
Yeah, that one is actually honest.
Who's using that as self-help? Who sees that poster and goes, "You know what? I
Idiots.
wanted to kill myself, but I saw that poster."
You know what's wild about life is that poster
Means everything.
could actually give you a good perspective. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that's like a funny poster.
You know what that poster says?
Everything is beautiful.
All right, pause it out. Anyway, you know it's funny when you're discussing something that's not really an argument, but yet I don't know. I just don't want to throw every self-help thing into a category of like.
Well, do you have some? What's your self-help you like, or do you have therapy?
I find myself that
Do you like specific people?
I do have an opinion on self-help. Whatever does it for someone is okay. So I don't want to spit on something like. But a lot of times those what are those landmark stuff? I tend to think, well,
that stuff I don't like.
Me neither. But if it does it for someone
and that's
else,
with all due respect to the landmark people.
All due respect.
I tend to look. The way I try to do it is. Look, I'm not trying to act like the Dalai Lama here. Is that the right way to say it?
Sure.
But I think to me,
Depends on what
self-help
you're
is
trying to
brilliance, and brilliance doesn't have to come from someone. The things you have to learn to make yourself a more evolved person, they're little. It could be a friend of yours that says something brilliant.
Yeah.
It could be another
Can
comedian.
I
It could be
Yeah.
you take it from all over the place. And then
That's right.
and that's how you learn.
That's
I don't
right.
think I necessarily need to go to a self-help.
Let me
What are you going to say, Daniel?
I was just going to correct my statement. What I meant was, if you have something horrible that happened in your life, and or just a bad childhood or whatever it was, and that's making
Check. Go ahead.
So I'm suspicious of a person that comes along and goes, "I can wipe all that clean,
Yeah.
and you'll be happy." That's
See,
what I mean.
Nobody can do that, by the way.
Right.
No, you
And-
don't agree with that?
No, I don't think that's okay. If you're talking about if you're talking about therapists, are there bad therapists? Yes. If we want to discuss them, then you can say anything you want, and it's true. But the majority of good therapists, the ones that are good, and to me, hey, this is my opinion on. And by the way, you would think I'm defending therapy like I've been in it, 7 times a week. I've been in therapy the majority of my life. I go
now.
I've been it with some when I was
and I'm
younger.
making incredible progress.
Let me get this thought out, okay? I've been to couples counseling, which has been very positive for me.
Hello.
Hold on, let me.
Okay.
When someone interrupts you, that was funny, so I'm going to give it to you. Hello. Okay, but hold on. I think I'm going somewhere, and it's not an argument, Daniel. It's so when you're saying like, they won't say, oh, I could. What got me going was the second. Now something else you said when you go, they're going to go, oh, we can make that all go away. Okay, if we're talking about bad therapists, I'm sure some therapists said out there, but I think amongst respected therapists that are very good at what they do, they're not trying to say we can make it go away. They're trying to say, let's go back to that time and see if we can have some forgiveness or how we can move forward, acknowledge our past.
Right.
And they're not trying to say we're going to make it go away. It's always going to be in your memory.
What was Daniel? What were you going to mend your thing with?
Yeah, but I was going to say, obviously, those people exist and they help people. I'm just suspicious of the ones that go, I can reprogram you, or if you read this book, or Landmark Forum is very much like that. Where like you just got to have a brand new outlook. Forget everything that happened. All that is negative stuff.
You know what my experience has been with life? That life is very.
I want to just say, I hear you. And by the way, this is the gift of conversation, because when you email someone and they email you back and you try to debate something through emails,
I don't like it.
Even positively. I'm not talking about two people insulting each other through emails.
My emails are terse and curt. I don't write long emails. Do you guys write long emails?
I don't know what one of those means, and
they're
love
short.
The other one.
Mine are short and to the point. Like, thank you for the cookie. Goodbye.
Right.
That's what I like to do. I don't like to be like, oh, yes, I agree. I think film noir is actually, a great reflection of the tough times we live in, and on and on and on. I'm like, yes, I like the movie, and good seeing you. Terrific shirt. See you next week.
If they're people,
phones are better for that shit.
Yeah, because you have a conversation. So now I understand where you're coming from. But let's switch courses here. What time are we at, Katie?
1 hour, 11 minutes.
Let's.
Well, hold on.
Yeah. Because I would have had to add up the 2 ones. So
What time are we at on just this?
I like it. Oh, on this?
Yeah.
About 27 minutes, 28 minutes.
No, the whole since Eddie came on.
Like an hour and 12 minutes.
Okay. All right. Hold on here.
You want to do the?
I want to do some of the clips you brought with you, and somebody said that it makes them mad on the show when I say it's time. Here's a email I'm going to make fun of.
Okay.
So I'm going to go, all right. They go, when it's when you say it's time to wrap it up, and I look down and it says and there's 25 minutes left, I can't take that. Well, guess what? You don't get to listen to my show either. I demand that you're not listening, and I will have the person that wrote that, you know who they are. Why would that bother somebody? To me, if somebody said,
what were they pissed about?
Like, in other words, right now, if they hear me go, all right, well, we got to wrap things up, and then they look down at the clock on, what do you call it, on the meter of how they go, you have 20 more minutes left to go. They can't handle that. Well, guess what? You need to get some therapy to get that out of your programming and go to a silly dance party and get the fuck out of my ear.
All right.
Okay, so I get very insecure and then I get aggressive. I learned it from you, Eddie. Daniel, because we are going in for the descent. That means anywhere from 10 to 30.
Roger there, Bob. We're going into Kennedy right now.
You bet you're going into Kennedy.
He felt the show is like a giant cruise ship pulling into the dock. It's like we're just starting to slow down.
We're
Start
going into,
packing, everybody.
We're going into Ethel Kennedy. She's horny as hell right now, so we're going to go into Ethel Kennedy.
You ever been on a cruise ship, Eddie?
Yes, I have.
Hey,
I didn't like it.
You didn't?
No.
We'll talk about that your next time on. Daniel has some...
There's a guy in Minneapolis or wherever going, what the fuck? I wanted to hear about the cruise ship thing. I'm banging out an email. Margaret, get me the computer. His computer, for some reason, is in a
Eddie Pepitone is the #1 authority I trust on cruise ship reviews. And that was my only chance to hear what he had to say.
I just put on a lot of weight on a cruise ship.
Well, it's the midnight buffet.
A buffet every 5 minutes. It's the before lunch, the after lunch, the before dinner, after dinner.
Oh, so you weren't working,
and I'm
you
a
just
glutton.
went as a civilian?
No, I was working.
Oh, you were?
And I was so full every time I hit the stage.
Shitty, I once said this, not the good cruises. Hey, some people might not like any of them, but there is a higher class cruise. The cruise that I went on a few times for the Improv back 15 years ago, here's how I told my friends it was like. It would be like if you were to, I would say Ramada Inn. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst Ramada Inn, it was like a 7. but they fed you all the time. So if you were to complain, picture you're at a shitty Ramada, but they push it into the water.
Yeah.
And then when you complain, they just feed you. Hey, I don't have any cold water in my room. Buffet in 30 minutes. And then people because basically, me too. I like to eat. So the more you just feed you and feed you and feed you. Every 2 minutes there's a buffet. And then you can order food to your room if you want. It's just like feed these. I get that. And I don't mean, it's like I feel that the attitude is on the cheaper cruises, just feed these pigs. And they'll all be
totally,
happy.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
When I say pig, I mean, yeah.
I love the
midnight
Pacific
buffet.
Ocean, by the way. I was on the Pacific. Were you on the Pacific?
I don't know where we went.
I went from Honolulu to Western Samoa with Charo. It was
she was on the
fucking
cruise?
hilarious. Yeah, she was the headliner.
You were opening for Charo?
Yeah.
You know what?
How funny is that?
Was she
very
nice?
funny.
And in Western Samoa, we're walking around Western Samoa when we docked, and she turns to me and she goes, "Let's go this place where it is a piece of shit." And I cracked up laughing because we were in the little third world fucking
Charo said that to
village. Yeah. Let's go this place where it is a piece of shit.
You can't guess how old Charo is. You know why? Because when I was younger,
A lot of plastic surgery.
No. I mean, because when she was, I used to figure out when I was younger, she was on the Mike Douglas show, so I would guess how old she was then. But someone goes, no, she was like 13 and 14.
Oh yeah, and
that's why that was that big scandal between the guy that married her or Xavier Cougar.
Yeah, what was this?
He married her when she was.
Well, first she was married to Mike Wallace.
Shut up.
No.
And then he got depressed as fuck. And she was like, "Fuck you,
Wait.
asshole, fuck you." Get your head out of your ass and start looking at that poster of the cat with the hanging. Now I'm going into Chinese.
Wait, go back.
Are you pissing in my coke?
She was married to a guy. Why?
I don't remember the story. People can go YouTube it. I'm switching topics. Listen, you brought in some great clips.
Well, I found some clips. You're saying like I brought him in my backpack with a reel. You have to
It's a show business talk.
Okay.
Can you make the show have a little class?
I brought in some clips with me. They're unloading them off the truck as we speak.
Hey, where do you want the clips?
Just bring him in here.
These fucking things are heavy. You really went out of your way this time, huh? You brought in a lot.
Whenever you're insinuating a character that would be walking into the room, just move away from the mic.
Oh, okay.
Because I love the way that sounds. Then you know what I mean?
Like characters always are mic'd. Hey, Margaret, I want a mic. I'm a dock worker, and I feel like I should be mic'd.
Yeah, why does that dock worker have a headset on?
I don't know.
All right, listen. But whenever someone sends you clips, like the reason I love this clip that he sent is, you've seen bloopers or you've seen stuff on, I cannot believe that this footage exists on Johnny Carson.
This is the infomercial.
Yeah, and this is when back then. Well, I don't you call it an infomercial. Back then, when they did the live commercials where they'd give them a product. And
I think this was for one of the affiliates. Even this was
I
wasn't
remember
even supposed
Ed
to
McMahon
air.
doing that all the time.
Yeah, this was for one of the affiliates in like a certain part of the country.
Oh yeah. Johnny Carson.
Yeah, Johnny
I remember
Carson.
him doing that.
So it takes a little time to breathe, but obviously this didn't end up going on the air. But this is obviously I can't even believe that. It just shows that comedians are comedians, and even though back then they might have not on the air said stuff like this, they're saying he was exactly like our friends today. Yeah, he hated. What do you call it when you're
commercial whore?
Commercial whore. He didn't. He understood there had to be commercials, but for me, his attitude with this really doesn't it ever stop? Go ahead, play it.
We feel quite comfortable in wishing
Pause
all
it.
of you.
Again, not that it makes it any better. It is a little hard to hear, but I think it's worth really just you'll get the gist of him and Ed and what's going on here. Just really listen closely.
We feel quite comfortable in wishing all of you, Vic salesmen, a great meeting down in Boca Raton. Wish we could be with you. And great selling success in the coming year. Right now,
Boca Raton.
Here's Johnny.
And here we are sitting here doing
Here
this
we
for
are
you
trying
guys.
to do our work.
No, we're delighted to have your expanded schedule on the Tonight Show, and we look forward to continued increasing success with the Vic Chemical Company. And Ed,
yes.
I heard some news today that I found rather fascinating. I understand that the Vic's people have come up with a new toiletry product that they're pretty excited about. I haven't heard much about it. What is it?
It's called Dismiss.
Dismiss?
Yes.
Uh-huh. What is that?
It's a feminine hygiene product.
Holy crap. You're putting me on.
No, Dismiss. It'll be advertised on our show.
How about Vagigo?
It's not a bad name for it. Along with another line.
How about Cuntaway?
Someone else has that. Sterling Drugs.
How about Fuck Off?
Possibly.
Yes, I like that.
I like Formula 44, NyQuil, Sinex, Victor's, and Lavorce, all the other fine products, along with Dismiss.
Fuck Off would be a bummer. We wish you success, and I hope things go well for you in 1975. We're happy to have the Victarts. Is that going to be a live commercial?
I was wondering if you'd like to demonstrate.
I certainly would. The strawberries and lemons. You pass a fruit stand, you get horny now. Good sales.
Anyway, welcome back again, Vic.
Right.
Chemicals.
So embarrassed to do this.
Dismissed.
So embarrassed.
Good for Carson.
Good great for Carson.
Well, he said it off the air. So it's not
But
like,
still, it's great for
But
his
the
legacy
fuck
that that clip exists and
Yes,
people can go
yeah.
see it. How cool does this make him look?
I hate all the corporate shit. I really do. It's gotten so prevalent now. Like, you know what I don't like to do anymore? Just in this vein, I don't like to go to live sporting event. Every fucking 5 seconds, or I'm a big hockey fan, and on the boards, they have just an there's an advertisement in every space in the arena. And it's disgusting.
Yeah, it is a little bit out of control. Hey, by the way, if you're on the road and you're looking for a good place to eat, a place you know that's reliable, pull over and go to the Cheesecake Factory. I'll tell you what, me and the crew here, whenever we're hungry.
Oh, I love the Cheesecake
We go over to the Cheesecake Factory. Eddie
I
goes
really
over there.
love it. And please say hello to Dominic if you go
Say
to
hello
the
to
one at Sherman
Dominic.
Oaks.
What the Cheesecake Factory is, how can you make food that delicious, that affordable?
I don't
that's
know.
what the chefs do over there.
Yes, there are a lot of fat
Eddie,
people
you
there,
always-
but there are a lot of fat people and obese people there. But you know what? It's because the food's so darn good.
The food is delicious.
Yes, they have type 2 diabetes and they're losing limbs, but you would lose a limb too. If you had their cheesecake, you'd be like, you know what? I'm going to eat until I'm ill. And people do, because the food is so good at the Cheesecake Factory.
The Cheesecake Factory, you'll come for our prices, you'll leave because of the food. That's what Daniel said. So you have another clip, right?
Yeah. Do you know? All right, that's for another show.
What?
I was going to say that the reason we've become such a corporate culture is psychiatrists are to blame for that as well.
Yeah, we talked about that. I thought that was pretty interesting.
There's a guy named, do you know the guy who's Freud's?
Edward Bernays.
Right. Edward Bernays. First, he invented a great sauce, a Bernays sauce. Do you know the Bernays sauce?
But that's
I don't think that's him.
Oh, that's not Ed Bernays. That's Ed Bernays.
You know the sad
Ed
part
Bernays.
is-
There's
Ed
Edward
Bernays.
Bernays and Ed Bernays. Ed Bernays.
But you know about this guy, right? Edward Bernays.
Yes, I
It's
do.
a
I saw a long
fascinating-
documentary on him. Maybe
Both
you
are
saw-
talking over each other.
The Century of Self, right?
Yes.
I believe it was like a
Yes.
4-hour.
You're talking over each other a teeny bit still.
You're the
talking
dinner
over
party
me.
guy now.
Yeah.
You're the dinner. By the way, folks, at my dinner party,
Nobody talks over anybody.
nobody talks over
talks.
anybody.
No.
All right, so-
I've been to his dinner parties, and we're not doing that. Okay.
Oh, no, his dinner parties are fun. Are you kidding me?
So yeah, but basically, I mean, look it up for yourselves. We live in the age of
Century
Google.
Self,
If you don't know anything about
good
Edward
shit.
Bernays, you should. You can Google him. But
You know what? That's so... Chris, that's distasteful. Turn that off. Come on.
anyway, so
You know what? Don't let him stop you, Daniel. Talk about this.
All right. So anyway, it's a very serious issue. You know, when he came to America in the 1920s, we didn't have a culture of I want. We had a culture of I need, and that's how people purchase.
But you know,
products.
it's gotten to the point where we are now living in an age, I think, of corporate tyranny.
That is
It's
true.
totally,
That is true. That
it's
is true.
a fucking tyranny of corporate bullshit.
Right.
An absolute
Corporations-
fucking tyranny.
Yeah. And-
They are ruining. Do you know what they're doing to fucking the environment? I mean, I swear to God, our kids. I don't know which generation. Soon enough, the environment's going to be unbreathable, and already waterways are fucked.
That's fine. You go see Brian Regan. What do you think?
Look, Bob, the oceans are rising, but Brian Regan's playing at the Apollo.
What do you
Hey.
think's better today? Okay,
I have
hold on.
another clip.
You have another clip
Ed
of
McMahon.
this clip. Really,
This clip, you have to be a fan of the Larry Sanders Show.
I love
to
the Larry
appreciate this
Sanders
clip.
Show.
Right, for those of you who don't know, Larry Sanders Show, brilliant.
I think
it's on
I think
Netflix.
it's the best, and you could argue with me on this. I think it's the best ever television series.
I would have to agree. Half-hour comedy.
Yeah,
Well,
best comedy ever.
Absolutely. Either I would agree with you, or at least say one of the top 5. That's
Yeah.
still a huge
I
compliment.
should, yeah.
You know, I used that show as an example when I was about, I don't know how many years ago, probably 5-6 years ago, when I was shooting a pilot, and I kept trying to say to them, you know, still it's hard for me to get what's in my head out, and I used to always go, funny doesn't have to be funny because it's funny words. Pathetic is funny. Delusional is funny. So when they were writing the show, they kept trying to make it funny, and we're going to bring in 10 writers and spice up the script.
I think it has to be one. Believe it or not, I think it has to be one person's vision. Like, I don't know the history of that show, but Shanley must have really had a very strong vision. Unlike in your pilot, you didn't have a strong. But
you're right. I didn't.
No, I don't know if you did or not.
I folded a lot because I thought.
But once they get 10 fucking writers in a room, forget it.
You know what we did?
Forget it.
But I remember one night while we were watching Larry Sanders with some friends, and there was a moment there that what was the sidekick's name?
Hank Kingsley.
What's that again?
Kingsley.
Hank Kingsley said something that was so pathetic and desperate.
Yeah.
So there was not a peep in the room. No laughter. None of us laughed. 6 people watching it, but we fucking loved it. So the sound of thorough enjoyment can be silence.
That's a great point.
Because patheticness, when someone's just relishing in someone's patheticness or someone's delusion, there's not a noise that's made.
You know who's a genius at that? I love this guy, Ricky Gervais. A genius at that awkward shit. That is so funny. Yeah. The British Office is great. The American Office I never got into, but the British Office, so fucking funny.
Well, going back to Hank Kingsley. Right?
This
what about the time I chipped my tooth on the urinal, Larry? What's so fucking funny about that? It was a back tooth, Hank. we don't know how you did it. Remember that?
This clip that he has...
That's the Tambor character, right?
Right. So this is an interview Ed McMahon gave. Might have been Mike Wallace, actually. And this is him describing his contribution to the show. And in it, this is a perfect example of how they based Jeffrey Tambor's character on Ed McMahon. It's that desperation. It's that... help me out.
Well, I think what you're saying, at least the way I took it, if this was something that Jeffrey Tambor said, if you took this line literally out of Ed McMahon's mouth and wrote it, it fits into Jeffrey Tambor's character. Like, you're like, that's crazy. That like reeks of his character. Is this a little hard to hear too?
By the way, I loved Rip Torn in Sanders. He played.
Oh, he was
Artie.
Artie, he was so funny going, Lar. He was like, he couldn't give a shit about anybody. Fuck him, Lar. That was my favorite thing he said. Fuck him.
That character was great.
He would just be like, fuck her, Larry.
Ed, you once said some nights he doesn't have it. Something may have gone wrong in his life. I try to pull him out of it.
Yes.
Explain.
Well, he's had a couple of marital problems along the way, as we all have, and when he carries those with him into the studio, you can feel it. One night we were on the air, and I know he's particularly upset about a personal problem, really upset. And he didn't want to do the show. He didn't have it. He was like kind of fighting with himself, but he knew he had to go down and perform. So I left him, knew he was in that mood. He got down, and he did the monologue. It was all acceptable. He got to the desk, and now he had a chance to relax and not really get started. And you may have seen nights when it looks like he's playing around with things. He doesn't want to bring the first guest out. He wants to do something else. So I looked at him and I said, oh, your eyes are really dancing tonight. And he said, what? I said, your eyes are really, of course they weren't dancing. But I got him started. I said, they're dancing. He said, what do you mean they're dancing? I said, well, look at them. He said, well, your eyes are dancing. And that was the whole thing. You know, we did 7 minutes on our eyes are dancing. But that changed his mood and the show was fine.
Funny.
Can you picture Jeffrey Tambor saying that?
Yeah.
You'd be like, come on, no one ever said this.
Yeah.
All right, listen, here's what we're going to do.
Change his mood, and the show is fine. I said your eyes are dancing.
I'm offended.
All right, listen, we're going to take a break and come back and wrap things up with a game.
A game?
Yeah.
Okay.
With is everything good? We had a nice time today. Where are we at with time?
1:27.
We're going in for the close. And that means we'll be done in 10 minutes for that.
Passengers, we're going into Kennedy right now.
Yeah.
You'll bet your ass we are.
All right, so we're good. I had a good time. Oh, well, let's not... I think we're good. I had a fun time today. This was fun, Eddie. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. And then when we come back... Oh, I'll set it up when we come back. What do we go to break with? I love going to break. How about if we go to break with number... 10 or 11, Eddie?
10.
10?
Yeah.
The Todd Glass Show.
Early one morning while making the rounds, I took a shot of cocaine and I shot my woman down. I went right home and I went to bed. I stuck an 44 beneath my head. Got up next morning and I grabbed that gun.
I have my pen back.
Oh, boy.
When are you guys
Possessive.
Very good pens. Do you have a pen preference?
I love pens.
Hey, guys,
No, I
great,
mean, do you
great
have-
conversation. I hate to cut it off.
Do you have a preference, a pen that you prefer? Eddie, I don't know how many
Nah.
different ways I can ask the question. Is there a pen you're
Can you come
impartial
again?
to?
Can you please rephrase that? Because right now I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Are we rolling? Good. Now,
I have
people-
a pen preference? Why don't you just say it more obtusely?
I want people to hear what you talk about.
Do you, though?
Well, he really
I
wants to know.
love pens.
No, I mean, do you have a preference?
I
To
don't know what the fuck
Eddie,
you mean.
Eddie, tell him you have a pen preference.
Yes.
He loves to hear about
I
people's
love
pens.
the...
Bic, just say
I
Bic.
love the Bic. The blue.
You know what's funny about the Bic? Did you know that the
Oh, my
founder
God.
of Mr. Bic, actually, it was a left-handed, but you'd never know that because his pens are so... All right, I got nothing.
All right, listen. We're back. You heard that the remainders of a pen conversation. Riveting. Okay, we go in for the long close. So before I do that, I hope that... Do you want to know what's in my head? And I don't know why. I remember the one listener that said, when you say the show's almost over and then there's 20 more minutes, even though I thought, really? But then I felt like I was a little aggressive. Now at least I said it. I don't have to go in and edit it out. If you're listening and you went, geez, that was a little aggressive, even me, as stupid as I am, because that's how I visualize this person saying, yeah, that was...
Hey, Margaret, was that a little aggressive or was that me? I mean, we're just canning preserves, just passing the time.
Well, honey, it's I'll be the guy. I'm not Todd for this bit. I'm the lady who wrote that. I'm her husband, and he really likes the show.
Well, I mean, you have to understand when he said that, it's somewhat amplified comedy.
Yeah, but wait a minute. I don't think it's aggressive per se, do you?
Well, honey, you said you listened to. I didn't want to start a fight when you were writing that email, but you said you listened to
Wait
the
a
show
minute.
40 weeks in a row.
Oh, that you're looking over my shoulder while I'm writing my goddamn emails?
Well, I caught you sucking cock behind the 7-Eleven.
Wait a minute, baby. The only cock I suck is yours. And Dr. Harvey Schlesinger's.
Let me come back to the mic, restart that bit, but we'll go back in a different direction.
So, honey, I just thought when you tell the guy you listen to 40 episodes and you love it, he does one episode, even he acknowledges it went a little bad. Then you tell the guy you're giving up on him? That seems aggressive, and of course he's going to react aggressively.
Maybe you're right.
Imagine the improviser who's like, okay, let's send it.
To be honest, even in that improvisation, I love that I proved my point. Even though it's
I know you did.
Oh,
I know
love
you
it.
did.
Because that's the person going, yeah, why would I, if I really, first of all, you know what, it's worth sinking our teeth into this for 30 more seconds. If that person really liked the show, see,
Why
Daniel
is he
says they
keeping-
didn't. He says they don't realize that you find that no one would listen to 40 shows and you have one show that's bad and go, that's it, I'm done.
Oh, yeah, no.
So I call you on your shit. All right, so listen, I want to thank everybody for coming, and we're going to do one last bit. Daniel, anything you need to plug?
Yeah, I'll be funny at a party this weekend.
It makes me laugh.
You're laughing too hard now. I know.
No. By the way, when Daniel says every week, or I say, have anything to plug, he goes, I'm going to be funny at a party, and I always go, Daniel. And I, like, no one's laughing at that anymore. I'm comedically saying it, but there were a lot of tweets that went, no, that makes me laugh every time. And I'm like, we're not really, like, I get it. And first of all, when he says it every week, he gets the comedy. It's the same line every week. And I get it, too. I get everything.
You definitely think it was funny if you ever saw me at a party. Nothing amusing about me stewing in the corner.
After all that.
Figuring out who's more successful than me in the room.
Eddie, do you have anything you need to plug?
Yes. 3 different shows.
Can I say something?
Or I have a lot of plugs, though.
You know what? We do the plugs. It's so much fun the way we do them that it's okay. But I'm going to say something before you plug it, and I really do mean this. If you're in Philadelphia, wherever you're at, but especially Philadelphia, because that's my hometown, go see Eddie Pepitone.
May 25th.
Where at? Do you know?
Underground Arts Theater.
In Philadelphia.
Yeah, I have a link to it on my website.
What's your website?
EddiePepitone.com.
I really do mean this, Eddie. Like, when I go see you live, like, I think if I just, let's say, what's the difference if I said, hey, if Eddie Pepitone, go see him, and then I move on? No. If you're busy that weekend, you have go fucking see
Yes,
him. You know
please
why?
come out.
Because I'm not going to thank you for seeing him. When you see him, you're going to thank me. You're going to go, that was fucking funny. It was great. It was. It's the
thank
type
you.
of laughter that makes you. You know who it reminds me of? That constantly bang. Brian Regan. It's like boom, 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 boom. Don't let someone breathe. And when I saw you, the last time I saw you, I went, it was everything.
You are the best audience, by the way, because I hear you holding your stomach in, laughing, like you're doing that kind of laugh, like, oh, and everybody else is just looking at me like, what?
Well, because
what?
I think we talked about this. The last time I saw you at the Improv,
Yeah.
whenever there's a comedian just trying to laugh to just get, I'm here. Obviously, we're all like, all right, enough. But when it's real, what sucks is then I tried to hold it in because I didn't want to be that.
I know.
It was so real. I was on the floor in the back of the room, and I started just hyperventilating. And then, you know what? This is a compliment. And it also, I know this is weird that I'm saying it this way, but I think you'll understand that that this is how much I love watching you. And then you think, I hope no one in the room thinks that. And then it was like 25 minutes where I just couldn't breathe. And then you went on this story, and it was about 3 minutes into it, and it wasn't doing it for me. You were just telling this thing, and I thought, inside I thought, see, now the crowd knows. I'm not just faking it. It's 3 minutes, you were going somewhere, and I went, oh, man, it was such a good high. I wonder if we'll get there again. And Eddie, it took 3 minutes or 2 or whatever, and there it started all fucking over again. And I was like, I felt like, why didn't I have faith in him? And then it went on for another 25 minutes. So it was like this roller coaster ride that I'm telling you, if you go see him, I don't want to, I do mean to overdo it. I don't mean to overcompliment you. I do mean to overcompliment you.
Thanks, Todd.
It's great.
So, yes, take Todd's advice. Come May 25th to Philly.
And are you with Charo on all these days?
We've never split since that cruise. What city you going to? New York. Now, that's a city, not this Western Samoa shit.
What
and
else
then
you got?
New York, May 29th at Gotham. May 29th in New York City at Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rooster Tea Feathers 17 through 20 in Sunnyvale.
Yes.
Sunnyvale, California.
Okay, so there's that. Chris, I am happy you're here. You're a great part of this show. I appreciate what you do for this show. How's that? That wasn't sarcastic at all. That seriously wasn't, actually. Evan, my cousin, thank you for coming by. Anything you need to plug? What school do you go to? Pally High.
Where is that?
Sounds nice.
Pally High, represent.
In New Jersey?
What's your mascot there? The Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Okay, cool.
You know, they get killed when they fish for fucking tuna. Do you know that?
Who?
Dolphins.
What is it?
I don't think. When humans fish for tuna.
You ever see The Cove?
All right,
your mascot is the dolphin.
You start yelling.
The fucking Japanese just
all right,
kill
he's 15.
dolphins.
Don't start yelling at him. Eddie,
They are fucked up, those
Eddie,
people, with killing
Eddie,
fish.
do the bit. You get the
Japanese?
bit. He's 15 years old. Don't start yelling at him about it. It's not even nice.
No, go see The Cove if your mascot is the dolphin. I mean, it's not going to be pretty.
I thought you were going to go off. Oh, no, let's save it for the last bit. So thank everybody. I know, is everything...
Rooster Tea Feathers, you know what their big claim to fame is?
What?
Besides having Eddie Pepitone come. There was the first bar ever to have a video game in it, because it's right there in Silicon Valley, right? And it was the first bar ever to have the Atari, or whatever the video game was. It was installed in that bar. It's now a comedy club.
Holy shit.
Todd's
I
looking
didn't
at me
know
like
that.
I couldn't tell a more boring story.
No.
By the
way, do you have a preference for pens?
I do.
Okay.
Thank you, God. Did that take so long? Let me tell you about this pen company I started.
I don't want to. By the way, I hope that's not my style, or I start slipping into that where. That story was that I'm not doing that story.
No, I know it wasn't, but I felt insecure about it. So I in a way I threw you under the bus.
Yeah. Well, maybe some of my behavior lately has made you justifiably thinking I was going to go there. But I think you're great.
Thanks,
hey, there's
buddy.
a reason I like you here because you help me. I can't do this myself. Katie, did you have a show you wanted to?
Yeah, I wanted to plug my show, Odd Thursdays. Daniel just did it last night.
Oh, you did it last night?
I
It
did
was
do it
hilarious.
last night.
What's it called?
Odd Thursdays.
How'd
just
it
in Los
go?
Feliz. It's free.
It went great.
I heard you had a hard time. Would it be funny? No, the show's Thursday, and this doesn't drop
and
till
you can,
Friday.
You can follow me on Twitter to find out more about that KT_money.
And keep checking out Mikey's pictures online. He takes some awesome pictures. This week, I think he took some video of us dancing around. So it takes me a little while to go in for the close. Anything else? Anybody?
Oh, Tom
Yes.
Sibley's show.
He has a show this Sunday. I'm on it.
There you go. So go.
At Westside Comedy Theater in Santa Monica.
And when is it? Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday night.
So if you live near there, you're going, wait, that's right down the street from me.
The West
So you
Side
go
Comedy
over.
Theater.
Called
That's
Night Brunch.
what's it called?
Night Brunch.
I like it.
Night brunch?
I like a
That's
brunch
good title.
anytime. Mm-hmm.
I like night brunch.
Me too. So there we go. So here's the last game we thought we'd play.
Okay.
Remember on the old, this sort of made me think of, like, may pretend like we're playing. This is a jar of questions. Now, Eddie, this is when I want you to just let loose. I don't care how long you go. I'm putting a lot of pressure on you.
Let me give some background here. So, if last week's listeners know this, and we've done this before. We went to the box. It's basically a box designed for people to kill some time or whatever. We picture this as a family, right? It's just they don't get along. A lot of them went their separate ways. Politically, they're on very different sides of the
They
spectrum.
see each other once every few years.
Once a year tops.
Yeah.
And then one of them thought, you know what? It's always so awkward after dinner. I'm going to bring this box, and we're going to pull out some of these questions, and it'll get the family going.
Okay, so let's do this. We'll put some in post. We'll put some like clinking of the plates. I'll be clearing the plates off the table, and then you're our Uncle Eddie. And you, whatever question we ask,
What are you guys doing?
You, we'll set it up here. We'll get the. But when the questions go to you, for the sketch reason, maybe we'll let someone else answer first, but we'll make it quick. The basic game, when it gets to you, you just go off on a tangent, and then it ruins the party. So anyway, but we're trying to do good this year. We all talk. We're going to get together. Uncle Eddie's been on his medicine. He'll be fine. So let me do it now. I'm going to get up, walk around like I'm clearing plates. We'll put some plate music in and post. Everyone, hi, you're friendly. There's some kids here. You know what I mean? There's some 12-year-olds. There's some 15-year-olds. It's the whole family. We're all around
It'd
the
be
table.
funny if you never stopped describing the situation. and as you, and like if you had a helicopter, you go over the house, and there are some shingles that are missing, but you keep going,
They have a car in the driveway. It's a Lexus, It's not bad.
Yeah, there is one body buried in the backyard. Nobody knows about it. It's an old Indian burial ground.
Do we have any? Should we roll it in post, or do we have any plates? Oh, that's okay. We can do it in post. Okay. So here we go. Hold on. All right, here we go. The scene. Here we go.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hi, Todd. How are you, Todd? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah.
Wait. I started it wrong. We're clearing the table.
Okay,
that was
very
delicious.
good dinner. Wow, that was good.
Thanks,
Everyone
Todd.
having fun?
Yeah. Are the kids okay? Hey,
Evan?
Hey, tuck in your shirt, Margaret.
You know what I thought would be fun? We could all play a game.
What did you bring? What is this?
These are just some fun questions, and I thought this would be a great way to end the dinner.
All right.
And so here we go.
Questions?
All right, well, I guess I'll start.
Okay.
Question number 1, everybody.
Okay, shh, quiet over there.
Is everybody ready?
Are you guys all right? Is that dog bothering you? I'm trying to paint
Just
a picture.
pat it.
Yeah.
Just
pat
pat
it.
it.
He's fine.
Just pat it. Don't worry about the mange.
Lisa, just put down the dishes. Just sit down, okay? We're going to play a game.
I just wanted to get him.
No, just get in here. We're going to play the game. You just got to sit down.
Why are you streaking your hair blue, by the way? You have to be one of those people?
All right, Uncle Eddie, just
Uncle Eddie.
All right, everybody
come on.
streaks their hair.
Just she likes to do it, okay?
Start the game.
All right.
Okay, you guys ready? Question number 1. Is monogamy natural for humans? That's a good question.
I'm first. I would think it would be for certain people, maybe not for others. I don't think across the board. It's one way or the other. Eddie, Uncle Eddie?
Is monogamy natural for humans? I feel like you just stuck a knife in me. You know what I mean? I mean, are these contrived questions? Because, I've been with your aunt who couldn't make it tonight because, I guess I should have said this when I first got to the dinner party. I said she wasn't feeling well. The fact is that she's humping the crap out of the cable guy.
Okay, Uncle Eddie.
No, and I wanted to be monogamous. No, you want to answer the question, right? Is monogamy natural for humans? All right? Now, your aunt, Sarah, I come to find out is a whore. Now, we had the gold package from Time Warner, right? And so the cable guy was there a lot because you got to tweak the gold package. You know what I mean? You get Showtime, you get HBO, you get Bravo, you get USA, you get all that. So the cable guy comes, and yes, he's sturdy. He's a sturdy guy, and I have let myself go a little bit. And Sarah, your fucking aunt.
All right, so the answer is no.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Do another one.
Okay.
She can't get off the cable guy's dick, is what I'm saying. Put down that
Put down that marker, Sarah.
Okay, Uncle Eddie, we got it. Okay, can you just
No, I'm
kids
just
here?
saying.
We just want to have a nice holiday and have a good
come
discussion.
on,
No. Is monogamy not for Sarah? Okay. You know, it's cock,
Okay,
and then me,
come on, now
Eddie.
kids are-
Uncle Eddie, I got another
Sorry,
question.
kids, but it's called life. It's called life.
Now they're
All right, it's just a question that I'm asked at the table.
Uncle Eddie, now she's crying.
Okay, can I just ask the next question?
Crying? Stop your crying and have the bread pudding.
Sarah-
It's delicious with the large raisins.
He's just kidding. Don't worry. He's just
kidding.
kidding.
I'm just
All right, let's switch
not
questions.
kidding.
You know what? Let just ask him another question.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be
Okay,
anyone else's.
Todd. Okay, here we go. Okay, you first.
Everybody else has to go real quick if we go to you. That way the bit comes right back to Eddie.
Okay.
Uncle Eddie.
Okay, question number 2. What's your worst habit?
I gotta say, I bite my nails.
I guess mine. Yeah, I guess.
I smoke. I'd like to quit smoking.
Chelsea? She streaks her hair. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
I guess
Uncle
my
Eddie?
worst habit is whenever a crime show is on, I masturbate to it. Like whenever there's a true crime show. I don't know what the hell that is. They show the victim being pulled out of a lake or whatever, and I start touching myself, and I start going faster and faster and faster.
All right, this
and
is
faster.
not. Come on.
No, I'm not kidding. When there is death in a true crime show, and it has to be real. If there's been some kind of incident, usually it happens in Miami in these true crime shows where people are killed in Miami, I just start masturbating, and Sarah doesn't like it. Maybe it's one reason she's straight to the Ted Cable guy. You know what I mean? But I have a tendency to come during
all
death
right.
scene.
This is not.
This
Come
is-
on.
you know what?
What?
Maybe
You
this-
said what's a bad habit? You want me to talk about, I leave stems from the grapes on the floor? Is that the habit you want to talk? That's a habit that to me is boring as fuck, like all your habits. I masturbate to crime shows. That to me has some party value. That is a habit that should be discussed in an interracial situation like we're in now. And I don't know who brought him here, but he's made it an interracial situation. What is your name, son? You like hoops? Bill? Bullshit, Bill. Your name
Okay.
is not Bill.
Uncle Eddie, come on,
Not
that's
with
really
the
not.
color of your skin. It's
All
not.
right, come on.
I'm sorry. Am I being too real?
Eddie, yeah, it's not real. It's
Put on
fucking.
a crime show. I'll show you something real.
No, that's
No, put it on.
no.
Put it on and stand back.
You know what? You're ruining this fucking dinner. You ruin every time you come over here. Yes.
Bull. Come
You
on,
insult
I am-
someone.
Who did I insult? Bill, did I insult you? Bill, where are you going?
He left.
Bill's not here?
Are you kidding me, Uncle Eddie?
Hold on, let me yell at the window. Bill! Did I insult you?
You have to know this is wrong.
He just nodded no.
All right,
Give him-
all right.
Let's do another question.
Okay, all right, ready?
Why would this family keep playing the game? But they do.
Okay, have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
You're first this time.
Oh, am I?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. There was a period in my life
Oh, this
where
is
I was
interesting.
on
Oh, okay.
a mixture of pills. Now, I am going to different treatment centers for addiction, as everybody doesn't know. And I like to reveal it during party games. I am in 3 or 4 addiction centers, and one is called the Malibu Cure. The other is called the Sherman Oaks Cure. And the other cure, anyway, I'm addicted to everything. And when I take a bunch of pills, I'll go flying out of my body and I start shitting. Now, I don't know what that is, but the coffee table's covered in shit the last time I went out of my body. Coffee table, television, the books. She loves the romance novels, Sarah. Covered in shit because I'm out of my body, I'm shitting. And I have no control of it because when you're flying and you're out of your body and you're addicted to different things, you just shit like a bird.
This is not.
What's wrong with this? What kind of game is this that everybody gets upset when the truth comes out?
Well, it's not the truth. It's gross.
You want me to talk about out of body? It's what?
You're ruining everything we're trying to do here.
This is supposed to be just a family connecting.
Oh, you get angry and you start yelling at everybody, and it makes everybody uncomfortable.
Boy, it's starting to rain, huh?
It is starting to rain.
Oh, I love that. I love
Anyway,
that.
I don't know. The kids don't even want to play anymore.
Can we do one more question?
I don't know. What's the point? You're just going to upset everybody with something
I'll
inappropriate.
Try. What do you want me to do?
What's
dial
your
it
favorite?
down.
What's your
Let me
favorite
dial
color?
it down.
What's your favorite color?
I think my favorite color would have to be purple because it represents sex. Purple represents good, hard, fucking... What, Margaret? I know she's 6. Purple represents...
This is not working.
Good, hard... And I like to fuck in a closet, which I like to reveal. And I like to reveal this during a party game. I love fucking in a very tiny storage closet.
Here's the way we're going to wrap it up. You're just going to go off with that story. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, this is how long you go. Everyone at this point is silent, sitting there. People are crying. What we're going to ride out, if you can go a minute and a half. Where you
you want me to ask another question? Because this is a real question from the box. I'm not making this one
And this
up.
is how we go. You just go as long as you can go. You can go off on tangents. You can go down straight. And this is the way we wrap it up. All of a sudden, you'll go. Then we'll play with the bailouts, and then we call it a show. Okay, so one more. Get the bailouts ready.
Okay, I can't even believe this is a question, so I'm sure none of you
To
will
George
even wanna-
Carlin?
George Carlin, this is a real question on
Okay,
here.
go ahead. Uncle Eddie, it's your turn again.
Okay.
For the bit.
Okay.
What's the question? And I will
All
try
right,
to dial
and
it.
I don't even want to answer this one. It's kind of, now I'm in the bit, but...
Okay.
It's so weird, but I guess I'll ask it. How would you murder someone and get rid of the body?
Well, I already have murdered someone and gotten rid of the bodies. And I didn't want to say this, but I guess since we're at a dinner party and we're playing a game, this should be revealed. You know, Frank, who you guys have been looking for, you guys have been looking for your brother Frank. And I'm going to tell you right now, I murdered him in a fit of rage. I took a hammer to his head. And you never knew it was me because I clean up well. And I'll tell you what really works, by the way, during a murder scene. You know what really works? And I'm sorry about Frank. I know the reveal is a little hard to take, but I'm sorry about Frank. I know everybody loved him, and I think I was a little out of my head that night. I had just gotten some bad news about a phone bill. I thought it was going to be less than $50. It was about $65, and I lost my head.
You murdered Frank over a phone bill?
Well, he happened to be there when I opened the bill, and he said, "Oh, they're a little high," and I turned around and clawed him to death with a hammer. By the way, if you're going to murder someone, use a tungsten steel hammer because the blood, usually they could get you, and you guys didn't know this, hence I was never caught, they can get you by seeing the pattern of blood splatters, but I had this great cleaner, and I had gotten this cleaner from a guy who works in a vinyl record shop. You know that the thing that cleans vinyl records could also clean any kind of blood pattern? And so Frank, the beloved Frank, who you guys love and I loved, I mean, I didn't care for him occasionally. I mean, and I got rid of him. What I did is I chopped every fucking piece of him up and then
his
put him...
son is here.
Well, I am sorry about this, but it's a question in a party game. I chopped him, and I'm not going to lie, in a party game question.
You don't have to...
No, I'm not going to lie. I think that's the point of a party game. Is it right? Am I right? The point of a party game is tell the fucking truth. So I juiced Frank. I put him in a juicer. I got a $225 juicer.
Oh, my God.
Fun, Uncle Eddie.
I know Frank isn't. I
Are
fucking...
you out of your goddamn mind?
Why are you getting upset?
Don't turn this around.
Well, you killed his brother. What do you mean why he's getting upset?
All of a sudden, people are on their high horse. You're on your high horse.
His son is here.
Look, I understand that little boys have trouble losing their fathers, but they also should grow a set.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.